Hi, my name is Brandon Jones, and I spent 7 years, 6 months in the United States Air Force as a crew chief on F-16s. My first duty station was Luke Air Force Base, Arizona. After that, I went to South Korea, and then after that, I went to Germany, and I ended my enlistment back at Luke Air Force Base, Arizona. I left for basic training March 17, 2009, and I did not know what to expect my first day there. And after a while, you start to just get the hang of it. You just stop thinking and you start reacting, and that's what basic is all about. Another problem that you may face if you ever go to basic is getting 60 plus, guys to think alike and have one mind, and that's a very hard thing to do. So if you're thinking about joining the military, start doing push-ups now because you're going to be doing a lot in basic training. After basic training, I went to Texas for tech school, where I learned the fundamentals and of being a crew chief on F-16s. Afterwards, when you go to active duty, that's when the real business starts. And you're going to work a lot of hours, and especially being a crew chief or many other jobs in the military, you're going to be working in the weather, rain, snow, sun, especially Arizona, 100 plus degrees. You deal with it, and you get the job done so you can go home. But the good thing about working on hours like that is you start to meet people who are like-minded like you. You start to really see people from different walks of life, and they're your best friends overnight. You spend 12 plus hours working on them, and we all go to problems together, and then you all fix it, and you move on with your day, and then you grab some beers on the weekend and repeat all over again. Some of my best experiences when I was in the military is meeting the people that I know and that I still keep in contact to this day. I've been out of the military for 2 years going to school using my GI Bill, and we still talk every day. So it's not like I don't see them or I don't miss them because we're always talking every day. So when I was in Luke Air Force Base, Arizona for the first time, I joined the Luke Air Force Base Honor Guard. And that was the first time where I felt pride in serving in the militaries because I was doing all these funerals and these details to the past veterans who have served. And the feeling you get when you give a flag to a Mexican and she's crying and saying thank you for your services, it's really heartwarming to feel that you're giving back to people who have served before you, who have set the example for you. I did over 75 details, and on the fun part of Honor Guard was I got to go to basketball games, baseball games, you name. I went to weddings, so that was the fun part of Honor Guard. But more importantly, it was about paying heritage and homage to the military branches and all those who served. And that's the first time I've really felt that I was a part of something bigger than myself, that there was a lot more going on in the military than just myself. And that was people who have sacrificed and probably paid the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms. And that was a good thing. So if you ever are in the military, I highly suggest that you join the Honor Guard to give back to the community. So one of the things that I can remember on my time that I still look to now is all the people I met in the military, people who have advanced my career, helped me out on my lows, helped me on my highs, and gave guidance. And that is because of the men and women who serve in the United States Armed Forces. And you can go to basic, you can have any kind of job, it's going to be the same, everybody's going to work, but it's really the people that you meet who are going to excel you or keep you going. There's going to be a lot of times where you're very stressed out, and sometimes you feel like giving up, but your friends will be always there to get your back, and they'll always be there to pick you up. Right now, I still talk to friends, and I consider them my best friends from the military, and they come from everywhere: Denver, Florida, New York, wherever it is. You just start to find like-minded people with you, and you'll spend all your time with them, whether that be working or that's off duty, grabbing a beer with your friends and having a good time. It doesn't matter, as long as you meet people who bring positive into your life. That's really all that matters, and that's I would say my fondest memory, and I suggest everybody do this if you do join the military, is that you meet as many people as you can, and you will find ones that you treasure to this day. And I just want to say hi to all you guys, and you know who I'm talking about, so I appreciate you guys. So I got out of the military September 2016, and I've been using my GI Bill for 2 years now for architecture. The best thing about me going to school now is that's the reason why I got out of the military, was to pursue a degree in something that I was very passionate about. And Something that drives me towards my goals is the things that I learned in the military. There was a lot of values like discipline, commitment, and a lot of other things that you still continue even after you get out. Some people don't notice that they still do it, but you'll see them walking straight with their chest up, and usually that means that they're a veteran. Or you'll catch them because they all have beards, except for me because I got Asian genes, so I can't grow one. Now that I'm out, I can't help but think back on my time in the Air Force. There was a lot of ups, a lot of downs, but it's about all the people that you meet while you're serving, whether that be your coworkers or your best friends that you make. But you'll look back one day and say, I miss those times with, just being hooligans with my friends. One last thing, I would like to thank all the veterans, past and present. And for those of you future veterans who are thinking about joining, I highly suggest it to join the less than 1% of the population who serve in the armed forces.